In the words of Take That, I want you back. I want you back. I want you back for good. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Floodlights Camera Action Season 2. We're back after a month-long break, so we're impromptuly calling this Season 2. From Tom Cruise to Tom Cleverley, we look to bridge a gap between film and football and tell you exactly what films you should be watching and what ones to avoid. I'm Jack, but as always, a podcast is only as good as its co-host. So every week, I'm joined by my good friend Veronika to work through the do's and don'ts of film watching. Veronika, how are you? How have you enjoyed your month away from this massively successful podcast?
Well, I was quite ill actually, and I was also busy with work. But I guess we're back, and in the words of Take That, today this could be the greatest day of our lives.
Yeah, we won't do the full run through of that song, but if you might have seen, Take That did perform at the Baftas. They sang "Greatest Day" as it was in featuring the film Anora, which we all love. So the way this episode is going to work, we are going to give our reaction to each and every category of the Baftas 2025. Then we're going to chat about a few films we've seen lately, not many, just a few, and then we are going to announce the biggest announcement of this podcast history: the FCA's, our very own award show. We've got lots of fun categories and some normal categories, and we are going to anoint the very best in film of 2024, 2025. So, starting with the BAFTAs, Veronika, did you watch the BAFTAs first and foremost?
Yeah, I did. I tried not to see any spoilers because they are pre-recorded, which is really annoying. Actually, funnily enough, yesterday I was on my way home from the cinema on the tube, and there was a woman next to me re-watching the BAFTAs on her phone. Like, surely you know who's won. If you're that interested in film, surely you've already seen who's won. And she kept like rewinding and then watching stuff again, and I was really confused. Maybe she was Mikey Madison. She was watching her own speech. I didn't really look at her properly, but it was quite strange actually.
Yeah.
Not that
Well,
I
look,
usually look at strangers' phones on the tube, but like it was just strange. It was weird. I had to look. It was weird.
I don't mind a little peek. I know it's really rude and really like socially unacceptable, but like, what have they got to hide? They got nothing to hide. I mean, this woman was rewatching the BAFTAs, which was objectively a bit weird, but look, maybe she just really wanted to see David Tennant sing 500 Miles quite badly at points. But our first category we're going to go through is adapted screenplay. Winner was Conclave. Other nominees were A Complete Unknown, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. Veronika, how are we feeling about Conclave winning adapted screenplay?
I'd like, okay, spoiler alert, Conclave won a lot. And
Conclave
I don't know
Nation.
how I feel about it because I like the film, but like, is it one of the best films I've ever seen? No, it's just kind of mid.
I think that's harsh. I think it's a
It's
really
like an
good
8 out of
film.
10
But it's
film.
not.
Like, do you like
Yeah, but
but
that's
it's
not
not the
mid though,
best
is it?
film.
No,
It's not the
but what I
best
think we've got to
film.
appreciate, what we've got to appreciate is that
Sing Sing
Conclave is a
was
film.
robbed.
Yeah, I agree. Conclave is a film though that has like you literally united generations. Like everyone loves it.
Yeah, but it's like
It's one of the most
universally
universally loved films.
liked. It's
Yeah,
not
but that's a good
universally
thing.
loved. It's universally liked. That's the issue I
Everyone
have.
like you. You will not find
Like,
anyone
would
that
you die
dislikes
for
Conclave.
this film? Would you die for this film? I would not die for this film.
I die for the
I would die for
turtles.
Nora.
Yeah, but you would die for many things, and I don't think we can use that as a fair yardstick.
Wait. Also, one of the guys who wrote the script, a complete unknown. Have you seen his name?
Yeah, one of the
Just say
writers
it.
was really known as called Jay Cox. Oh, right. Okay, right. Let's go. Actually, new way of doing this. Would a complete unknown have deserved to win that screenplay? You've not seen it. I have. I'm saying no. Would Amelia Perez have deserved to win it?
No.
No. Would Nickel Boys?
I
Yes.
mean, maybe, yeah. I think it's
I
better than
didn't love that
Conclave.
film.
The
I,
screenplay, like, technically, I think it was really
I don't
good,
think
and I think the
I don't think the
screenplay
screenplay
was.
is better.
I think it was better than Conclave. Alright, well, Sing
And
Sing was definitely better
Sing
than
Sing,
Conclave anyway.
yeah. But honestly,
These
overall,
nominations are kind of shit, not gonna lie.
yeah, overall, I'm not like gutted about that. I'm happy that Conclave won. It's not like some categories where it's absolutely egregious. Now maybe a quick one is our next category. Animated film won by Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. Other nominees are Flow, which I've not seen yet, Inside Out
I
2,
have.
and The Wild Robot. Your thoughts?
I haven't seen Wallace and Gromit. I know
It,
I
it's
will
it's
before
okay.
the Oscars,
7 out of
but
10.
I really like The Wild Robot and Flow. I like both of them. So I would have liked. I mean, it's they were always going to give it to Wallace and Gromit because it's British. So it's like whatever. Like they were always going to do this. I would have given it to Wild Robot probably. But yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, I wouldn't have gone for I have so I've not seen Flow, but I've seen Wallace and Gromit, Into That 2, and The Wild Robot, and I have those three films all scored at 3.5 stars out of 5. But I would probably edge it to Inside Out 2, or The Wild Robot. I don't know. I think Wallace and Gromit is fine. It's a meh category. It's all right. Now next one is a big one. I don't know why they've organised these results in this order, but the next one is best film.
This
Winner
is
was
what I was annoyed
Conclave.
about.
Conclave sweep.
This is
Other
basically why I'm annoyed
nominees,
at Conclave. I probably would
yeah,
have been like, oh yeah, I'm happy Conclave won screenplay if it didn't win best film. But because it won best film, like, okay, like you're overdoing
yeah.
it now. Like, chill.
I think that's where we go back to university. Like the other nominees, I think what's tough for the Baftas is it's only 5 nominees. Whereas obviously the Oscars is 10. So the
And
Oscars can be
also,
a
it's
little bit,
British film.
yeah, yeah. So the other nominees are a complete unknown, Honora, Amelia Perez. Should we talk about Amelia Perez?
Mate, I do not like
How
that director at all. I
I don't
don't
like
like him
anyone
at
involved
all.
in the film apart from Zoe Saldana. I really fail. I watched it recently, and it's in the
I'm
bottom
gonna talk
10
about it
films I've ever
later.
seen. I'll talk about it now.
Because
Then
I,
I'll
yeah,
get it.
okay.
I'll just get it off my chest just a little bit.
I'm gonna save
I
my
d-
opinion, but you can go for
yeah, you do really like her tweets, don't you? So we'll just save
it.
that to the end. I do not understand how this film is receiving so many nominations. It's a really bad film. It's not just one of them where it's like, it's really like technically exceptional, but it's a bit meh in terms of actual filmmaking. In terms of the entertainment. It's just a crap film. It's a crap film, and especially when you like, I'm glad it didn't win, but like the other nominees, things like The Brutalist, Anora, Conclave, yeah, yeah. Oh, we have to do this for like another 3 weeks. We have to put up with this until the Oscars is over. But um, next up, have you seen any of the short animation films?
Yes, because guess
Have you?
what? Wonder to Wonder was at Venice Film Festival, and
Wow,
I was
talk us through it.
there. Yeah, I was there. It was part of the short film thing. And actually, it was my favorite short film at the festival. So it probably deserved to win. I haven't seen the other two, but it was the best film at Venice that year. I think it was actually last year, not
Oscar
even this
nominated as
year.
well. Well, the other
But
two,
yeah,
Adios and Mog's Christmas, are not Oscar nominated, but Wonder to Wonder is Oscar nominated.
it'll probably
So a
win.
fair winner in
Yeah,
Veronica's eyes. Next up is Best British Short Film. I've seen none of these. Have you
yeah,
seen
I've
any
seen
of
none
them?
of them. No, let's move on.
Well, good for Rock Paper Scissors. Well done to Rock Paper Scissors. Next up
Well
is
done.
casting. I love this award. I think it's
Me too, actually.
such a fantastic. I think the Oscars should adopt it as well. I think Nosferatu should have got a nomination, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
instead of
saying.
Kneecap, because who did they
Yeah,
cast? Like they just casted the
themselves.
supporting cast. Like,
A
come on.
Kneecap is a great film, but
But come on.
um, we've got our first. Is it our first win for Anora that we've chatted about today?
Yeah.
Anora Hive is rising. The other
Well.
nominees, very quickly, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Kneecap, and The Apprentice. I think all of them are fair, apart from Kneecap. Um, I predicted. Actually, we'll get to that later. We'll talk about that later.
Anora
Um,
definitely deserved this award because,
yeah, a
like,
word on Anora.
you know,
She's just
I don't think any of the actors are like
dancers
super well known. Like they've been in Sean Baker films before, and like Mikey Madison. I mean, she's the front runner for the Best Actress Oscar, well,
for
one of the
good
two.
reason.
And like the only other film I know that she was in was the Scream remake. Like she wasn't,
And
a
Once Upon a Time in
crazy
Hollywood as
known
well.
actress. Yeah. So yeah, and
Yeah,
like every single even little part in that film is played exceptionally well. Like even Vanya's parents are casted so well.
that
Like,
dad is so good in that film.
but even the
The
mother, like,
smug
I was
face.
just
Yeah,
thinking about it, like, fuck, like, you know what? Every little performance in that film is actually like, everyone brings it.
but
It's so
even
good.
down on an even more granular level, the lawyer that they see in is it Vegas they go to
Yeah.
get the marriage and all. She's great as well. I can't remember who she is. She's in I think she's in Tangerine. Which is a terrible film, but yeah, I think the performances across the board are incredible. I would, if it was nominated, I would have gone for Nosferatu for that one. I saw it yesterday. I think that is similar in that every performance is so committed and it feels right. Ralph Ineson's incredible, Willem Dafoe's incredible, Nicholas Hoult is incredible, friend of the show,
But
Nicholas Hoult, of
like
course.
the only issue there is that we know that they're
Yes,
incredible actors
yeah,
already.
yeah, and
Yeah.
especially like if you look at like Nora, not just the smaller, the less known actors, like a lot of like sex workers and at their first gigs, a lot of dancers, and everyone just smashed it across the board. So a big thumbs up for Nora winning best
But
casting.
also, Jack, you mentioned
Yeah,
Nosferatu. It's such a shame that they care about release dates because I think if it was released earlier, it would have got more nominations for awards, like especially like technical awards, or
but
even
also like
listen.
it's
I think Best Actress Lily Rose could have got a nomination.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
absolutely. So could Angelina Jolie, just saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we'll move on
but
to that another
yeah,
point.
but yeah, there's some future episode. But also like, you flip it in terms of like look at Dune Part Two. That's got
Yeah, released too
stiffed.
early. Mm.
Yeah, just released it, and I think that's such a shame because it's one of the best films of the year, and not just in terms of entertainment, just technically it's outstanding. So that's a real shame. But next up is children's family film. Your nominees are Flow, Kensuke's Kingdom, which is a great book when I was young, The Wild Robot, and Venturous Fowl. I don't really think we need to speak about
This
this much.
category is so stupid. What is
Yeah,
what is the point of a children's and family film
because it's the
category?
exact same. It's basically the exact same category as
Why
the
can't
best
children
animated.
like I just don't
Why
understand
can't they
like
watch Anora? Why can't kids
yeah,
watch
why
Anora?
can't
What's that about?
why can't they go watch Conclave? Conclave's like a 12. Why can't
Yeah,
they watch
there's
Conclave?
turtles. There's
Yeah.
turtles. Right, next up is a big category, one of my favourites. It is best cinematography. Your nominees are Conclave the cinematographer Stéphane Fontaine, June Part Two, Greg Fraser, Emilia Perez, Paul Guillaume, Nosferatu, Yarin Blas, that person, and your winner was The Brutalist. Is it Lol Crowley?
Yeah.
Okay,
Her
I
name is
wasn't sure if that was
LOL.
like right. That's funny.
LOL. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've not seen The Brutalist yet, but I'm absolutely fine with that winning.
Yeah, it's technically probably the best film of the year. I
Yeah,
think.
I
Well, I would have given it to Nosferatu, but that's just because I think
see. I wouldn't.
Nosferatu is just amazing.
I wasn't. I thought the cinematography was
Maybe
really
because
good
I
on
watched it in 70
Nosferatu,
millimeters.
but
I don't know. Maybe
yeah,
or
that might have been a
35, whatever
factor.
the
But
fuck it was. Same
I
thing.
think that I don't know if the I don't know if I'd let it. I don't know if I'd have Nosferatu winning cinematography. My winner for cinematography, and I will say it now, and it's not been nominated. It has been nominated for an Oscar, but I think the cinematography, and we both didn't love the film, but the cinematography in Maria is absolutely incredible. One of the best looking films I've seen in many years. So that would have been my winner. But look, I'm fine with the Brutalist winning. I've seen stills. Planning on watching it this week, I think. Finally. Next up is costume design. Your winner was Wicked. Your other nominees are a complete unknown: Blitz, which I haven't seen, Conclave, and Nosferatu. I have to say that film title in Willem Dafoe's voice. But obviously, your winner was Wicked. I think that's fair.
I think it's fair. The costumes were
Yeah.
quite good, and like there were loads of costumes, right? It's like the guy who did it had a hard job, you know.
Paul Tazewell.
Yeah, Paul. Shout out Paul.
Yeah, well done, Paul. But even like the little, like
Nosferatu
even
was, I
small.
think, up for it, but like,
Yeah, it was.
I just think they had less work to do. Like, he had a crazy amount of stuff to do, and he could have just
Even just
reused
like
costumes. He had to pre-make them from scratch.
the small quirks, like the glasses people would wear.
Yeah.
I loved Wicked. I loved it way more than I thought it would. I thought it'd be really crap, but I know you weren't a huge fan, but I really enjoyed it. Next up is let me just check the nominations. Oh God, he's been nominated. Next up is Best Director. Your nominees are Honora Sean Baker, Conclave Edward Berger, who I think has been criminally underappreciated at this year's Oscars awards. Dune Part Two, Denis Villeneuve, Emilia Perez, Jacques Audiard, and
Boo.
Substance Coralie Fagia. And your winner is Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. A very fair winner, I would say.
Yeah, like I'm not mad at it.
Boring though,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's boring.
it's boring, but like, yeah, I guess. I mean, you know what? As much as I love Honora, I actually think I would have given best director to Coralie Fagia for The Substance because there's been like videos of behind the scenes like stuff for The Substance, and like every part of that film took so much work and is just so, I don't know, like they just found really creative solutions to things, and I think she's a really good director. This is her second film as well, which is crazy.
Did she do? Was it Revenge? Was that debut?
Revenge, yeah. And that
See,
one
I know
short film
things.
that was basically just a tester for the substance.
Reality
So,
Plus is available
yeah,
on
Reality
Movie.
Plus.
There's actually a really good deal on
It's
Movie
on
at the
YouTube
moment.
as well,
Is it on
actually.
YouTube as well?
Yep.
Perfect.
For free.
Even better.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like, okay, like sure.
Yeah. I think all of these, apart from Jacques Audiard, would be very.
I just
like,
hate
they're-
him. I actually
so do I.
I don't say the word hate lightly.
I do.
I
but
hate him.
yeah, he's a bald
I
little
think he's
weirdo.
actually a twat.
Whoa.
Like a proper twat.
Gonna drop a C-bomb, or are we saving that for a real piece of work?
I'll save it. I'll save it.
If he
I
wins
won't
the
say
Oscar,
it,
then
but
if he wins,
I actually hate this guy. Like,
yeah.
I wish him bad things.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on. Well done to all of these. Next up is documentary. I've not seen any of these, but I'm watching the Black Box Diaries soon. Have you seen any
I'm
of them?
watching Superman. I'm in the middle of it, so I haven't finished it.
Oh,
but
any
I'm
good?
trying to get through all the documentaries.
Yeah, the short documentaries for the Oscars are really good. Generally,
Will and Harper is good as well.
I've not seen that
watched
yet.
that. Wait, you haven't watched it? Oh,
No.
that was good.
No. Yeah, I need to. So, any more word on that, or we're gonna move on?
I want to watch No Other Land soon as well. I think that
Yeah.
that looks
Oh,
like
that's the
favorite for the Oscar.
Yes. Anyway, moving on. Another one of my favorite awards is Best Editing. Your nominees or your runners up: Honora, June Part 2, Emilia Perez, and Kneecap. And your winner was Conclave. I mean, the editing was good in Conclave. It was like, I don't think it was like wow. I think Honora or Kneecap would have probably been the preferred options for me.
How do you judge editing? What is good editing to you?
I think the ability to stitch together different. For me, it's like the motion of a scene in terms of the ability to cut between cameras without it feeling too nauseous or seamless. Things like marrying up different match cuts and just being finding creative ways of moving the film from one scene to another. Things like that. That for me, my favorite and the GOAT editor is Thelma Schoonmaker, who works with Martin Scorsese a lot. Like she's just like her edits; they feel so kinetic the way she stitches together different shots. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's really hard to quantify, but you know good editing when you see it, and you know bad editing when you see it.
Bad editing, e.g., Bohemian Rhapsody. Which one?
I've not seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I refuse to watch it.
Oh yeah, I've seen a clip of the editing, and yeah,
Bad.
the less said about it, the better. I think.
Let's move on from Bohemian Rhapsody.
But wait, what do you think of like people saying that, for example, if they feel like scenes are too long, like subjectively in their opinion, they say, "Oh, the scenes in this film are too long, like they're too drawn out. That's bad editing." Do you agree
The
with that?
editor's job isn't to make a film shorter.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just putting it out there because I've just seen some people say things like that.
It factors in, but for me, that feels like more of a directorial decision, rather than an editing one. But like it's a factor, sure. It's really really hard to quantify. But again, like you know it when you see it. Like for me, Maria has got incredible editing, but it's really simple. It's just they move from shot to shot really well. The match cuts are beautiful. And there's a lot of I can't remember, it's either J or L cuts where the audio from the next scene will leak into the prior scene, and then it transitions really smoothly. But yeah, maybe we'll do a whole episode on editing. Who knows? We definitely won't ever do that. But
we are
no,
definitely not doing that.
It's too serious. Next up is EE Rising Star Award. Your nominees or your runners up were Naban, Rizwan, Mikey Madison, Jarrell Jerome. That's a great name, by the way. That man deserves to win it purely on his name alone. Marissa Abella, and your winner was David Johnson, who was in Rye Lane. He was in Alien Romulus.
Industry,
probably
a TV show.
Industry. I've not seen that, but yeah, he is in the Industry. I think Mikey Madison's obviously the standout, but I like David Johnson a lot.
I mean, these are publicly voted. So like
for that, I'm surprised that David Johnson won. Mikey is.
Yeah, but I also think the people who actually will vote for this stuff, I feel like no one actually votes for this. I don't know anyone who's voted for this ever.
Yeah.
Who votes
like public?
Who actually votes for this? Like, who goes out their way in their day to go and vote for the BAFTA Rising Star Award. Like,
Yeah, losers.
yeah.
Next
Anyway,
category
yeah,
is
I think
just
Michael
quick.
Madison's short, but whatever.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
yeah, whatever. Next one was the Fellowship Award. This was awarded to Warwick Davis. Not really sure what the Fellowship Award is, to be honest, but I like Warwick Davis. Big fan of Tenable, and he's very funny on that one episode of Extras. Do you like Warwick Davis, or do you hate Warwick Davis?
Okay, why would I hate him? I don't think he's done anything. I
Well, he's
haven't
done
watched any of
loads.
his films, but I don't have anything to say about him.
You've seen the
Really.
Harry Potter films?
No.
Okay, yeah, fair enough then. Next up is film not in the English language. Your runners up:
Oh, just don't.
Seed of the Sacred Fig, which I've not seen but plan to see. Kneecap, which is absolutely brilliant. All We Imagine Is Light. I need to see that, but I missed it in cinema. I'm still here, and your winner
No.
somehow, Emilia
Ugh.
Perez. Should we
Listen,
dignify it with airtime or?
no. But what I want to say is the only explanation for this being nominated for anything and winning anything is the fact that Netflix is spending a lot of money to campaign it because they have nothing else, and they probably buy gifts and holidays and send envelopes of money, allegedly,
Well, don't. Yeah, there's
possibly.
definitely no. There's definitely don't do that. They definitely, but they will send things like care packages to
Oh,
people.
they
That's the
definitely
thing.
is. Oh,
Every film does that.
you know
Every film
what?
does it.
Actually, I want to mention an interview I read with Marianne Jean Baptiste, who's the lead of the film Hard Truths, and she was nominated for a BAFTA for leading actress, but she wasn't nominated for an Oscar. And
Spoiler.
she was talking about the process of like campaigning in an interview, and she said she compared it to the Hunger Games, which I'm surprised she mentioned the Hunger Games. She's I don't know, doesn't seem like someone who'd be a fan of the Hunger Games, but
What does that mean,
anyway,
Veronica? What does that mean?
she's like older. I don't know. Uh,
Whoa.
anyway, she compared to the Hunger Games because she said like, you know, when they're in the arena and they have sponsors like sending them gifts to help them fight and like win the games because they like them.
It's a good analogy. It is a
It
good
is a
analogy.
really good analogy because that's exactly what happens. Like you have Netflix, who's your massive distributor and sponsor, and they'll send care packages to voters so that they're like,
It's
oh,
Saudi
well,
oil
Netflix
money,
sent
isn't
me
it?
some chocolate yesterday, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna vote for Emilia Perez. Like, some
Do you
people
know
do
what film
work
they
like
should have
that.
campaigned for? Hitman.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
but
wouldn't. It would have won
they don't know
nothing.
anything. They don't know
Yeah.
anything about anything. Okay, Netflix
Anyway,
is finished. They are washed.
it's probably not those. Let's be honest.
No, it
Probably make
is
quite a
though,
lot of
because
money.
name one good Netflix film other than Hitman.
Um, I'll come back to you later on that one. Anyway, next category
All
is
right.
leading
Anyway.
actor. Your nominees. I'm going to start with the most mental one first, because he isn't the lead. Is Hugh Grant is one of your nominees? Good, really good supporting performance, but not the lead. And next up is your two, for me, the best performances in this category: Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice and Common Domingo. Then Ray Fiennes, Timothy Chalamet, and your winner, Adrian Brody. Thoughts, opinions
Thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts actually. Okay.
about
First of
this or
all,
about just general
no,
things?
about okay. Well, both. Okay. First of all, what? How do you pronounce Fiennes' first name?
Rafe.
See, he says that as well, but isn't that an L?
Yeah, but he's posh. That's my actual answer. He's posh, so it's Rafe.
Is that actually why? Because I always
Basically,
wanted to
it's
say
not Ralph
Ralph, but
Fiennes.
everyone else says Rafe, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I should say
It's
Rafe.
Rafe. Who is that guy? Who did we? Let's not get bogged down in this. It's Rafe. Any other
Just a bit
thoughts
weird.
apart from his name?
Also, Hugh Grant shouldn't be nominated.
He was like good,
No,
but like, what are we doing here?
nah,
Like,
come on.
if they're going to nominate a sixth, that has to be Daniel Craig and Queer.
Yeah, 100%. And he's British as well, which is why it's so weird that he wasn't nominated. Whatever. You know what, Adrian Brody. I'll talk about it more at some other point, but
Hmm.
he's not the highlight of the Brutalist. You'd think because he wins
Guy
every
Pearce.
single leading actor award, you'd think that he is absolutely insane, but he's not. I actually think even as a lead, he falls into the background of performances in that film.
Guy
I just think
Pearce,
they give it to
Joe
Adrian
Alwyn.
Brody because they're like, yeah, the film was good and he's the lead, so I guess we'll give it to him. Coleman
They just
Domingo should be
love
winning.
AI. So, yeah, for me, it has to be Coleman or Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? You can't win them all. We move on to the Oscars. Next up is a lovely winner. I'll run you through the runners up
It's
first.
probably the first winner we are happy with.
Well, no, because
Except casting Anora.
Anora wants casting. Actually, I'm okay with
Yeah.
a few of them. I just my second or third choice has won quite a few categories. Your nominees are Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Demi Moore for The Substance,
Woo.
Saoirse Ronan for The Outrun.
Guys, I met Saoirse
Marianne...
Ronan. Did I tell you that? I met
Yeah,
her.
you did. Yeah, you mentioned that. Marianne Jean-Baptiste for Hard Truths, Carla Sophia Gascon for
Boo.
I went French. I'm not sure I went French for Emilia Perez, and your winner, and hopefully your winner for the Oscar, Mikey Madison for Anora.
Wait.
Go on. Make sure it's not too loud, and make sure you actually do it rather than preview it.
Wait.
Oh god. You gotta fade it out.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah,
No, I'm
I'm
not doing that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. What I'm not happy about though is that Angelina Jolie was not nominated.
I actually don't. Okay, listen, Netflix. How about you spend less money on Emilia Perez and campaign for Maria a bit? Because that's a Netflix film.
I did not know that.
It's a Netflix film. No one even knows because they haven't even campaigned for anyone.
I don't
They
think
have
that
like
was
one of
on
the
the
biggest
production.
movie stars in the world of Angelina Jolie, and they fucked it up because they spent all their money on Emilia Perez, which is
Technically a
now not going
fantastic
to win an
film.
Oscar.
Maria is a fantastic film with a really bad screenplay, and it really lets it
I
down.
agree.
Tough. Any comments on Mikey Madison apart from that she's great? I think we've kind of spoken
I
to death
love
about
Mikey Madison. I think we all love Mikey Madison. That's it.
Yes.
There's nothing else to say.
We're going to go back to back, by the way, because we've got another perfect winner.
Yes.
In makeup and hairstyling. Just makeup, is it? Yeah, makeup and hair. Your nominees are Wicked, Nosferatu, Emilia Perez. I'm going more Spanish when I pronounce that. Dune Part 2, and your winner, The Substance. I'll hand it over to you.
I mean, it's completely deserved. It's going to win the Oscar. Like, oh my god, the Monstro Elisa Sue outfit, I guess, is just incredible. I can't believe they made that. Like,
I think have you seen
pictures behind the scenes of Margaret Qualley wearing it? It's crazy.
Yeah. Didn't it ruin her skin for years? Yeah.
But it's incredible.
So The Substance, if you're a diehard listener of this podcast, so thank you to all 10 of you, you'll know that I'm a bitch when it comes to any kind of horror. But there's been a nice development recently that I've been really enjoying some kind of psychological and weird horror films. So The Substance, I rated 4 stars. I really like that. Alien Romulus got 3.5. Nosferatu got 4 stars. I'm getting into it a little bit, which is, I still don't care for jump scare a minute.
I'm taking credit for that, by the way, for this development.
You don't deserve any credit for this. You don't deserve any credit for that, but you can take it if you want, but it's not yours. But yeah, The Substance more than deserves the win in that category. It's very impressive. Was it nominated for the Oscar?
I mean, Nosferatu is really good as well with how they changed Bill Skarsgård to be Count Orlok.
Yeah, that last scene in Nosferatu is so disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up is original score. I say a fair winner. Your nominees were The Wild Robot, Nosferatu, which got a very good score, Emilia Perez, Conclave, and your winner is The Brutalist. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair because Challenges wasn't nominated again.
Yeah, or Dune Part 2.
Yeah, or Dune.
I think Challenges is the obvious winner though because it's fully original.
And it's incredible.
I still listen to the Challenges.
Yeah, I listen to it every day.
Score.
I wake up listening to it.
Yeah, I listen to Compress Repress quite a lot and Match Point.
I actually don't love those two. I like I Know and the Yeah Times 10.
Yeah, is really good.
Those ones, those are more my vibe. Although the iPhone alarm that comes in I Know at the end, that is the worst thing of all time. Can we have an edit, like a radio edit, just without the iPhone alarm at the end, please?
So,
please.
Your next category. By the way, I'm really good at predicting screenplay winners. Okay. Seemingly.
Okay.
Just saying. Your nominees for original screenplay are The Substance, The Brutalist, Kneecap, Nora, and your winner, which I will say I successfully predicted, is A Real Pain, written by Jesse Eisenberg. I saw this coming, and I'm clever. You hate that film, but it is a very good film.
Okay, but
you're an outlier in this.
Listen,
scenario.
out of the screenplays that you just named, this is the worst one. How did it win?
No, it's not.
It's the worst one by
Mm,
far. Like, every
No, it's
one
not.
of the others is so much better. I just hate the
I'm
film though, so it doesn't matter. My
Yeah,
opinion's
that's fair.
biased, who cares?
It's not fair, actually. Fuck it.
I like Jesse
Next up,
Eisenberg though, it was nice for him to have a speech. I like
he's a real.
listening to him
He's
speak. He's cool.
Jesse Eisenberg, by the way. He got up on stage so much. I think he was on stage 3 or 4 times because he won an award, accepted an award on another actor's behalf, which we'll get to later. And then he had to present an award, and he just felt like he was constantly up there. So good for Jesse Eisenberg. Next up is Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema. Your winner was Medicinema. I remember, I mean, I always see adverts for Medicinema, but badly, I never clicked to, my local cinema was a View, and I never clicked to donate to Medicinema. So maybe I'm the bad guy in this situation, but Medicinema provided great service. Essentially, they build cinemas in hospitals, so kids and older people and families can go to the cinema from the safety of a hospital, which I think we can all agree is a fantastic contribution to cinema. Next up is Outstanding British Film, 10 nominees. This feels weird because Best Film has got only 5 nominees. Your nominees are, I've said nominees too much. Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, The Outrun, Love Lies Bleeding, Lee, Kneecap, which is very funny, Hard Truths, Gladiator 2, Blitz, Bird, and Conclave. Not a strong category, I would say.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I've seen actually quite a lot of these films. Well, the only ones I haven't seen are Wallace and Gromit, Lee, Blitz, and Bird.
So
I've
nearly half
seen.
the nominations.
Well, I've seen most of them, 6. Um, I Gladiator 2 was mid. Hard Truths is really good. Kneecap is really good. Love Lies
Yeah,
Bleeding, I thought was out there. And
I
also,
think.
look at one of the nominees' names for Love Lies Bleeding.
Oh, Olivia Casman. Yeah,
Oh,
well
shut up,
done,
man.
Oliver Casman. Veronika Tofilska.
Yeah, and
Well done,
so that
Veronica.
is definitely a Polish person because their name is spelt same as me. So,
She's got a
well,
W
actually,
to
you know
start.
what?
Yeah,
It might even be me. It
I
might
don't.
be.
Well,
It might
yeah, I
be
mean,
me.
I've seen your surname, and it's not Tofilska.
Okay, but it might be. And also,
Maybe,
The
maybe
Outrun,
you're
even though it's a rubbish film, I met most of those people at a Q&A.
God, everyone was getting involved there. Jesus
Sorry.
Christ, how many producers do you want? Yeah. Did you just
Yeah, I
cough
don't
on
know.
that? Was really, did you clear your throat on?
Yes, sorry.
You got really bad
And also,
mic
I'm
etiquette.
absolutely not editing that out because I'm too lazy. So we'll carry
Yeah,
on.
so you know who was editing the episode based on if the coughs get cut out. Next up is Outstanding Debut by British Writer, Director or Producer. Your nominees are Luna Kamoon for Horde, Dev Patel for Monkey Man, Sandhya Suri, James Balthazar de Ganay, that is an incredible name, for Santosh, and Karan Kandari for System Midnight. But your winner is Rich Pepiat. I'm not sure I said it in French accent. For Kneecap. Very funny thing about this. By the way, completely deserved award. But Twitter was having a little bit of a meltdown because they all went, Ireland's not in Britain. What's all this about? Because
Yeah,
they
but
only
he's
said,
English. You
yeah, well, exactly.
dumbass.
But on Twitter they only announced it with outstanding British debut, and so they only saw that Kneecap won, which I think is incredible. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but that
Rich
annoys me
Pepiat,
because it's like, how can a film be a debut? Like every film is a debut. It's clearly about the person
was
involved,
featured. Yeah,
like the
well, not
director
necessarily.
or
Yeah, I
producer
didn't.
or
I,
writer.
I I hope Charlotte Wells won it a few years ago for After Sun. She better have done.
I think she did. Yeah,
I can't wait for her to make a film again. I don't know when she's next working, but she yeah. Next up
yeah.
is
Get to
another.
work, Charlotte.
Yeah, guess
Come
what,
on.
Charlotte? I'll help you write whatever. Next up is production design. Your nominees are The Brutalist, Nosferatu. I need to do voice. Nosferatu. June Part 2, Conclave, and Wicked. I'm fine with Wicked winning it. I think the production design was really good. I think the lighting let it down, which isn't the fault of the production design, but I think Nosferatu may be slightly better.
I mean, okay, I just because I listened to Robert Eggers speak about the production design, to me it seems
Correct.
like, okay, I'm not trying to be like that, but like just because I got some extra
Yeah,
context,
did you meet
it made me
Robert Eggers, did you?
okay. Listen,
Not mentioned it.
but when you have extra context from people making it, it makes you feel like, oh my god, like that sounds so hard and like that sounds incredible. But obviously, it's
Which
just
Eggers
because you
killed.
haven't heard about the other films. Like if I had to sit down for half an hour with the person who did production design of Wicked, I'm sure I'd be really impressed as well. But yeah, the Brutalist I think was pretty good. Well, and June Part 2. I don't know, maybe I'm not
Yeah,
giving Wicked
I would.
credit just because I didn't like the film, but
Yeah, I wouldn't have given it to
Nosferatu
Conclave
is
purely
incredible.
because it feels like all of Conclave. Well, to be fair, they did recreate the Sistine Chapel. That was quite cool. They're all pretty good nominees. But I would have given it to Wicked or Nosferatu. Yeah. Next up is another cool category. Another one of them where it's kind of a bit like
Mm,
editing. It's hard to necessarily know what you're looking for, but when
I
you
think
hear
this
it,
might be one of my
oh,
favorite categories, by the way. I've really been
yeah, I
getting
mean, like
into sound and film.
I loved when Zone of Interest won it last year for the Oscars. That
Oh
was really
yeah,
cool. But your
absolutely.
nominees are Wicked, The Substance, Gladiator 2, Blitz. But your winner, finally, a win for June Part 2. I think for me it's between The Substance and June Part 2, but I think the sound on June Part 2 is really good as it was in the first film. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But I do think The Substance would have also been a very worthy winner.
Oh yeah, well, I agree with you. But if I had to pick one,
That's a
I would pick.
rarity. Jesus.
I would listen. If I had to pick one, I would pick The Substance, just because the sound is like such an integral part of
So unique as well.
storytelling in that film, and the character, like, you get to know so much about the characters through the sounds, like, and they're so kind of magnified, like, on purpose to be like even more disgusting, or like to make it, I don't know, to like amplify something. It's trying to tell you
It was like
stuff like,
techno. It was like techno at some
oh
point when
god,
like when she first put the USB stick in the TV, it was like
yeah,
booming.
it's like amplified
Yeah.
sounds to add to the story, and she does the same thing in all her films. Well, three of her films. She does the same thing in Revenge as well, the director, with the sound. So
Mm,
I assume she works with the same people. And Argo, I just love it. I think it's such a unique kind of USP to have when filmmaking. Like, is that you amplify sounds and just
yeah. But
like
like
to
even
make
like
things more disgusting and more
even like just
fun
like
or
when
whatever. Oh, it's
Dennis
so
Quaid
good.
was eating
Yeah,
the
that is
shrimp.
exactly what I'm thinking of.
Oh, that
Incredible.
is one of the worst scenes in terms of like grossness. That was actually worse than like the back splitting open for me.
Yeah,
It was just
I agree.
disgusting. But next up is another cool category is best visual effects. Your nominees are Wicked, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2 getting a lot of love at the Baftas.
British.
Yeah. Anyway, Better Man, which I've watched recently and I
It's
love.
so good. It's
It's like,
so good.
but I'll talk about it in the next segment, so I don't want to
Okay,
get dragged down.
right,
But
carry
your
on.
winner, another win for June Part 2. I'm fine with this. I think
Yeah, I'm
that's a very
fine with it.
worthy win.
I think Better
Um,
Man, I really liked the visual effects, but I mean, Dune Part 2 is like just a massive scale of visual effects that deserves to be recognized because it's probably
yeah.
really hard. Fair enough.
Coming up, two acting awards. First up is supporting actor. Your nominees are Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice, Clarence Macklin for Sing Sing, Yura Borisov for Honora, Ed Norton for A Complete Unknown, and your winner is Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. For me, this is the perfect set of six nominees. I think this is absolutely spot on, and it's a real shame that Clarence Macklin has to get cut from the list for the Oscars. Essentially, I would have probably cut Ed Norton if I was going to cut one of them. I look, I think it's only fair I talk about this first because I just won't shut up. I'm so fine with this. I think Kieran Culkin. I saw a criticism online, and it was that he is essentially playing himself. And as much as that is true, that isn't easy. And his performance and his style of living as a person is so in tune with the film, and there's a line from Jesse Eisenberg's character where he basically goes like, "You love him and you hate him, and you want to kill him, but you want to give him a hug, and you respect him, but you turn your nose up at him, and you admire him, but you don't want to be anything like him." And that's Kieran Culkin. But I think it's really nice that people like Clarence Macklin and Yura Borisov are getting nominations because we've both been pretty vocal about how much we like their performances.
Okay, well, now I'm going to speak about it because you're just glazing him the whole time. Anyway.
Well, I'm trying to be positive. This is season
Okay.
2. You can't just,
Yeah, alright,
Veronica's been
whatever.
negative again about good things.
Listen, I can have an opinion now because I've actually watched the film, okay? And I
Yeah, you
don't
just
like
hate it.
it. I don't like his performance.
You just hate quirky
Listen,
white men. That's the issue.
okay, but I wanted Well, actually, no, I didn't want Jeremy Strong to win. That's a lie.
Who
But
did you want to win?
I watched The Apprentice and I thought Jeremy Strong was incredible.
He is
I
so good. He's still
He's
my winner, by the way.
incredible. He's one of the
He's
best
still my winner.
performances of the year. But
Agree. And I said this, and you went, "Oh no, surely not."
because I
And then
didn't
was,
watch
"Oh,
it.
yeah. This is why you just trust me. Just
You
let me
said you'd
land."
never watched The Substance. So let's not talk. Let's
Yeah,
not
but that
bring
was a
back.
lie.
Okay. Anyway, unfortunately for Jeremy Strong, one of the other best performances of the whole year was Guy Pearce in The Brutalist.
I love Guy
Like
Pearce so
him
much.
and Jeremy Strong, I think are stronger performances than the leading actor nominations at the BAFTAs.
I don't know if I
I
completely
think
agree,
both of
but
them
I
are
see your
better
point.
than every leading actor.
I see your point. I will say as well, for Guy Pearce, I love Guy Pearce. I loved him in Memento. He did an interview recently where he said he hated himself in Memento, and I think that's so harsh on himself. But also, he's just an incredible man. Like he always wears, is it the watermelon pin? To
The
signify,
artist for ceasefire, I think, but
yeah,
yeah,
that was
it's
it.
a Palestine
And he's
pin.
been very vocal about being pro-Palestine and pro-ceasefire and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, I've not seen the Brutalist, but I've seen so many good films like Guy Pearce, and I'm so glad he's getting his flowers because he's a legend, in my opinion.
Jack, can I just
Yes.
tell you one thing that will make you like him less? Do you
Oh
want to
no.
hear it? Do you even
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
of
know?
course. Yeah.
Okay, so before the
Is he a
BAFTA
Southampton fan?
started, no, it's worse.
It's worse.
Listen,
Wow. God.
listen to this. Before the BAFTA started, they played like a reel with red carpet like questions with different actors and stuff who were attending the
Okay.
BAFTAs, and they asked each of them what their favorite film of the year was,
Oh no.
and Guy Pearce said he really
They
liked
say
Emily
Amelia Perez, do
Perez.
they? Ah, I think that's bollocks. Though I think they all say that. I think they're
Um,
contractually obliged to. I refused. Right. I don't want to get. Oh, why did you tell me that? Why did I say yes?
because I had to find out, and now you have to know, and we have to share the pain. Okay, the
Yeah.
real pain, a real pain.
A real pain. Yeah. Coming to a cinema near you. Next up is a category that for me is out of the four acting categories
God, it's
is by
rubbish.
far it's so weak. Even like this
God,
is
it's so
the,
bad.
the nominations they've given for the BAFTAs, which we'll get into shortly. That's a really bad list generally. Even the Oscar ones are pretty bad too. It's a really weak category. No Elle Fanning love, which is sad. Anyway, your nominees are Ariana Grande for Wicked, Jamie Lee Curtis, boo, for The Last Showgirl, Felicity Jones for The Brutalist, yay, Selena Gomez for Amelia Perez, boo, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, meh, and your winner seems to be the lock, which is a bit weird. Is Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez. I think Monica Barbero or Ariana Grande deserve this, specifically Ariana Grande. But for me, Monica Barbero and Elle Fanning in A Complete Unknown do such a great job to balance out at times the coldness of Bob Dylan with this kind of warmth and love and feminine strength. Which it kind of juxtaposes the fact that this is a really weak category, and I hate it.
Yeah, actually, I was doing my FCA's nominations today, and I also realized that you know what, this category is really weak, and even if I wanted, I even tried replacing most of the. I actually don't think I have in my nominations any of these people.
Any of
Um,
them.
no,
Not even I think Ariana Grande
maybe
deserves to be
okay.
there.
I might have Ariana Grande,
Such a weak category.
but like,
I'm struggling
yikes,
to name
yikes,
five. I'm struggling to name
it's
five I like.
bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the whole, how do we feel about the BAFTAs? About the winners?
Um. I don't know. I think there were okay. How many did I agree with personally? How
Oh
many
yeah,
was I
let me get
not
the spreadsheet up.
mad about? Like the ones that I weren't mad about were like special effects, sound, production design, outstanding debut, outstanding British film. I guess score, makeup, leading actress, um, director,
Mm.
cinematography, casting.
I feel like a lot of them are like the
But the
winners are like my
rest,
second or third favourite.
yeah.
Shall we end our BAFTA segment on a reflection on our predictions?
Yeah, because I won.
Yeah, you won. So for some reason we didn't do all categories. I honestly don't know why, but just for,
Because we're lazy.
for yeah, absolutely that. When we predict the Oscars in a few weeks' time, we are going to do every single category. So look forward
Yeah.
to that. But the ones we did are the following. For adapted screenplay, we both predicted Conclave, and Conclave was the winner. So if you keep score, Veronica's won. Was 1-1. Best film, I predicted The Bruce List, and Veronica predicted Anora. Obviously, Conclave won, so got that wrong. I predicted A Complete Unknown for casting. Veronica predicted Anora. So Veronica's
Yes.
now 2-1 up. Cinematography, we both went for The Bruce List, and The Bruce List won. Director, I went a bit rogue. I went Edward Berger. Veronica went Brady Corbet. Brady Corbet won, so
Yes.
she's now 4-2 up, which is a real battering of the scoreline. Next up is editing. We both kind of went for Kneecap out of more hope than
Yeah.
expectation.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't win. I can't remember who won in the end, but
Probably
Conclave won.
someone
Sorry.
irrelevant. Oh.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
a bit harsh. With the lead actor, I went for Ray Fiennes. That's Ray Fiennes, not Ralph Fiennes. Veronica went for Coleman Domingo. We both got that wrong.
That was me
Adrian
hoping.
Brody won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lead actress, both went Mikey Madison. Mikey Madison won. Well done, Mikey Madison. For original score, I went Conclave. I don't know why. I've no idea why I backed Conclave for best. Like, you know, when you come every now and again, you just put out an opinion and you won't think it through. I mean, this is it. This is how your brain works entirely. But you predicted the Bruce List. Bruce List won. Well done. You are now 5-3 up. 5-3? 6-3 up. Next up is original
I don't know.
screenplay. I successfully predicted A Real Pain. Veronica predicted the Bruce
Okay.
List.
Shut
I'm
up.
just look. I'm not good at many things. Predicting good. I can tell a good screenplay.
Okay, well, we'll see at the Oscars, huh? We'll see at the
Yeah,
Oscars.
yeah.
Yeah.
See you at the Oscars, March 3rd, whatever it is. Pay-per-view. Next up is sound. I predicted June Part 2. I won that one. Veronica
Cool.
predicted The Substance, which we'll
Because
say
it was
came
robbed.
second. Sure. That's not what you said literally 5 minutes ago. Next up is supporting actor. I predicted Jeremy Strong. Veronica predicted Kieran Culkin correctly.
I
And
just knew
last
it.
but not least, we both predicted Zoe Saldana to win Best Supporting Actress. So in total, that means Veronica won
8-6.
8-6.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm quite a fair person, Veronica. Well done.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do the double and I'm gonna win the Oscars as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, that is going to
Yeah.
be that is going to be a long episode. It won't be as long as our 2024 film review of the
Well,
whatever it's
actually,
called.
I don't
That which
know. I don't know. It might be.
actually, I have
Do
a
you remember that?
message to read out
Listen,
later.
last year we watched the Oscars live together with some friends, and we talked a lot. It was like 4 hours.
Too long. Can I do a really impromptu segment very quickly?
Yeah.
So my mate Hugh, host of the PO Forecast, sent me this message on the 3rd of February about to say in the next episode, but we didn't do an episode for ages. So this is after he listened to the entirety of the 2024 film ranking episode, and he's got a message for us. So he says, "Hi Jack and Veronica, I wanted to message in about the 2024 film ranking episode. I recently had enough time on a Sunday to listen to all 2 hours and 47 minutes in one hit. That is incredible.
Yeah, we love
Commitment,
you.
you've got to say. Cheers. Yeah, we love Hugh. More like.
Okay.
It's a great listen, and I've started making a list of films that I need to watch from it. There is one selection that I don't agree with strongly enough to message it. No, there's one selection I don't agree with strongly enough to message it. And that makes sense. Veronica, and I'll say he spelled your name correctly. He spelled your name correctly.
Okay.
Borderlands was not the worst film of the year. I agree it was a disappointment for anyone that's played the games, but this is where I feel the disconnect is. I saw it at the IMAX in London as my brother, like yourself, has played
Stop
the games.
it.
Excited to see how it translated from film to movie. He was disappointed with the direction it went in. I hadn't played the game, so maybe my expectations were low going into the film. And then he says, it's worth noting that I'd been drinking numerous mojitos and some incredible tapas before the film at a Cuban restaurant. Maybe this is a contributing factor to my enjoyment factor. Keep up the great work. June Part 2 is my favourite film of the year. Love, Hugh. That's like our second listener contribution in about 22, 23 episodes.
That's really good. Yeah, we're doing really well.
Thank you, Hugh.
As if like this
Any
is
comment?
about us.
Any comment on Borderlands and
Yeah, I want
Hugh's
to comment.
experience?
Okay, well, I didn't watch it at the BFI and IMAX because I would never waste my money on that. Not on
Yeah, you would.
BFI IMAX, on watching Borderlands at the BFI IMAX. That's insane. I
He
can't
said he
believe you
he
did
went with
that.
his brother. He went with his brother. He got tapas and mojito. I really want a mojito now.
Okay, but go watch a different film. Anyway, okay, my experience of watching it was very different. because I was lying on the couch and it was so bad. I was actually falling asleep during
Was
the
this over
film, and I had
Christmas?
to fight not falling asleep. Probably,
Yeah,
but like,
that's
and also
unlikely.
I've played the games, so like, yeah, I just didn't like it. And also because you know what? Because I have higher standards of some of the actors involved, like Kate Blanchett, who, I mean, she clearly was just there for the paycheck. Like, she did not give a fuck. If you ask her right now what her character's name was in Borderlands, she would not know. She'd have no idea. Name a Borderlands character. She'd have no
I've
idea.
never played the game, so I can
Well,
do it
not you,
if you
Kate
ask me to.
Blanchett, obviously.
Oh,
That's who I'm
sorry. Yeah,
speaking
sorry.
to, obviously.
Sorry, Kate Blanchett. Yeah, she should be listening. She'll be going, Jack, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Why are you seeing
And
my
then
line?
she'd be like, what? What Borderlands film?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Border Who. Anyway, thank you, Hugh. Next up
But
is
thanks for the message.
yes, thank you, Hugh.
We love you.
Next segment, quick fire one. We've both put forward 5 films we've seen recently that we think are interesting. I'll go first. I'll go very quickly through my 5. First one is Nickel Boys. I watched Nickel Boys the other night. Scored it at 3.5 stars. I think it was one of the most fierce directorial visions of the year in terms of creativity and execution. Um, Not everything worked for me. I think it kind of meandered at points, and that style of filmmaking isn't entirely my cup of tea. But I can't help but respect it. That it was a very interesting film, and it's sort of like in a way the zone of interest of this year. I think that's sort of a fairish comparison. Um, Very harrowing film, very important film, but I don't. It's one of the films that I think if I rewatched it, it'll probably go up, but I don't know if I ever will rewatch it. But I'm glad I did. Next up is David Lynch's Lost Highway. This is David Lynch's best film. It's a psychological horror, um, where kind of that age-old adage about like the things lurking around the corner. It's it, it's it's psychological. It's a head fuck. It's hallucinatory. It's just unbelievable. Go watch Lost Highway. Next up is Better Man. I wish I saw this in the cinema, but I didn't because I thought it'd be crap. And in the end, it had me welling up crying at a fucking CGI monkey of Robbie Williams. 4.5 out of 5. Really good film. Next
Give
up
me
is
wait. No, just on
gone.
Better Man.
Yeah,
Like, what's your favorite scene? Because mine is when
she's the one.
he's doing the slow. Oh my god, yeah. The
That's
oh my god,
unbelievable.
it
The
made me
editing there.
cry.
The editing
God, like it's
is
incredible. It's incredible.
Michael Gracie officially off Fraud Watch. Well done,
Yep,
Michael Gracie.
100%.
Um, Another Lynch film next. I'm kind of motoring through these because I've got to get to the gym at some point. Is Wild at Heart. This is essentially a raunchy, deeply romantic road movie starring not Nicholas Holt, no, Nicholas Cage and Laura Dern and Willem Dafoe. Um, this is probably David Lynch's most romantic film, purely in terms of like themes, and the ending is amazing, and it makes you feel warm inside. And Nicolas Cage has sex like every 5 minutes. Um, yeah, amazing. And last but not least is on Valentine's Day, single on my own after doing legs in the gym. In the evening, I went and watched Before Sunrise in the cinema, in number 6 cinema in the Dockyard in Portsmouth, and this is just the perfect film. It's incredible, and to watch it in the cinema is a true honor and a true privilege. So that was a great screening, and I went out of it feeling a little bit dead inside because I wish I had my very own Celine. Um, yeah, that was a great summer trip. Veronica, what are your 5?
Okay, so I lied. I actually have 6, but I'll be really quick. Okay, so The Brutalist I watched since we last did an episode. I gave it. I don't know if to give it 4 or 4.5, but I decided on 4.5 because I think it's objectively a really amazing film. And technically it's really good. Like, well, not even really good, like amazing. I think it sort of gets worse as it goes along.
Third
But
and second half isn't as good as the first
like,
half after the intermission.
like the scenes of Guy Pearce in the second half are really good because he is insane. But the rest of everything else that's going on, I think the story kind of gets a bit like, and the rest of the performances aren't good enough to keep you interested as much as the first half. Um, like genuinely Guy Pearce carries this film. Like from an acting standpoint, he carries, like he stands out so much more than everyone else. Which is why I think maybe I don't rate Adrian Brody's performance as much, because I compare it to Guy Pearce and there is no comparison. I also want to mention there was an actor in the first bit of the film. He was like this fruity cousin and he owns a furniture shop. And he should have had a bigger part because he was cool, but he didn't. So
Is
that
he
was a
your
shame.
rising star for 2025? That
No,
fruity
he's
guy from
not.
The
He's
Brutalist.
not, because it's not enough to get a nomination for my rising star, or star rising. I mean, um, but
Yeah,
he
let's not
was
get it. Let's not
fun.
get
He
it
was a fun.
confused.
Yeah, let's not get it confused. But he was a fun character. I thought he could have stayed a bit longer. Anyway, next film, I went to Q&A with Mike Lee and Michelle Austin for Hard Truths. I gave it 4 stars. Michelle Austin signed my program, which I sent Jack because she drew me a heart on it, which was very cute. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Anyway, yeah, Marianne Jean-Baptiste was nominated for BAFTA, but she wasn't nominated for an Oscar, which is a shame. And her performance is quite unique, I think, because she plays this completely unapologetic female character, and there is no point in the film where she wants your sympathy or for you to, look for another side to her. Like, that is just who that character is. And I think it's refreshing to see a female lead like that. Because it's quite rare. You have male characters who are just the worst, and they just do whatever the fuck they want and say whatever the fuck they want, and no one cares.
Let women be scum too.
Let women be bad people too. Anyway, I just thought that was quite cool, and very well written screenplay. I think it was written by Mike Lee as well and directed. So yeah, he's great. I really want to watch more of his films because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, then do it.
Well, I will, but we don't all have 200 years left on this earth.
That's true. It's very
we
true.
need to pick up films wisely. Anyway, next I watched A Real Pain. I'm not going to talk much about it because I didn't like it and I don't want to be negative. I gave it 2 stars. Didn't like it. Kieran Culkin, I don't get it. But shout out Jesse Eisenberg because he seems like a nice person.
Well done, Jesse.
Yeah, well done, Jesse. Then I watched The Apprentice recently. I gave it 3.5, which I think is quite fair.
I think that's a fair rating.
I think it's fair because, the good parts of it are the soundtrack is amazing. Every song that came in, I was like, damn. Like, yeah, like when it switched between that kind of newscasting camera. I don't know what it's called, but
no,
it was
I know what you mean.
Old news thing.
Like slightly grainy.
That was quite cool. Yeah. And Jeremy Strong is amazing.
I think Sebastian Stan's unbelievable as well. I think the way he slowly ramps up Trump is that, and it all culminates in that final scene where you see the way he purses his lips and he moves his shoulders. I think that film's fucking incredible, but it won't get the love it deserves.
I feel like it got better as it went on, in a sense, because Sebastian Stan completely became Donald Trump, and it was incredible.
Yeah. I think there's like a weird gone.
But it also got worse because Jeremy Strong was on the screen less.
Oh, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I don't think the screenplay and directing is great.
I think the performances are better than
good.
I think the strongest elements
carry,
the strongest elements are the performances, the editing,
the soundtrack,
the score.
Yeah.
The score and the cinematography for me. But yeah, I think the directing is fine, the screenplay is fine. It's absolutely carried by its performances though. So a credit to those two fine men.
But also, yeah, you mentioned men. Let's talk about the women in the film because I didn't think Maria Bakalova was good as Ivana Trump.
I've seen her in 2 things now. It was just
nothing special. Like I was kind of disappointed because wasn't she nominated for an Oscar for the second Borat film? And everyone was like, "Oh, she's going to be so good."
What?
Wait, was she not?
That cannot. What's her name again?
Maria Bakalova. She was, right? People even say she was going to win. She was. She won
God, what?
She was. Oh, did you not know that?
No.
She is she's really good. in that film. Like, she probably deserved to
Borat's
get nominated.
subsequent movie film is an Oscar-nominated film. I did not know
No,
that.
but that's only because she was good, right? She's the only good part
I've
about
seen
that
it. The thing
film.
is, I've seen her in I've seen her in The Apprentice and Bodies,
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 and
bodies.
she's
Yeah.
not been good in anything.
She wasn't good in those two, which, yeah. It's a shame because I thought she was going to be, like, one of the... Oh, she's going to be a star rising, okay?
Yeah, this is what, like, in my
But she
review, I said
fell.
I said in my review it needed to be like 30, 40 minutes longer. I think it
No.
needed to be put. No, I think
I would not watch that.
more in terms of like in terms of fully exploring every element of like Trump's family, for example, and his wife. Not maybe not 40 minutes, but like it put 20, 30 minutes longer. I feel like would have been a bit better. Even like you could have more. You could have more Jeremy Strong if you want with that time. Would that incentivize you?
No, I thought it was too long, actually.
Well, I don't personally agree, but that's fair enough. I'm
Also,
very polite these days.
the ending, by the way, I really liked. Some people
Yeah,
didn't like it, but actually, I thought it was great. Like, I thought that, like, that's exactly who he is, and I don't know, I found it really funny. That was a good way to end the film.
Sebastian Stan fully just like melts into that role. I don't
Yeah.
see Sebastian Stan at all. He, yeah, incredible. What else have you seen? Anything else?
Yeah, I've got two more. This one's quick. I saw it yesterday. It's I'm Still Here, which is the Brazilian film nominated for a few Oscars. Best actress, best foreign film, best film actually as well, right? I think. But anyway, I gave it 3.5
Yes,
stars.
indeed.
It's pretty good. Like, obviously it's miles better than Amelia Perez, so Brazilians out there, if you can somehow do something to make this win over Amelia Perez, that would be great. I don't know what you would do, but maybe start sending envelopes of money like Netflix does. I'm joking. They don't do that.
No,
They
we
just send gift
seriously,
baskets.
yeah, no, that's fine. They actually do send gift baskets in the strongest possible terms for legal reasons. Netflix do not send people money. That is not a thing.
Yeah, no, they don't. Anyway, so yeah, this should win the Oscar for foreign film. I'm only because I haven't seen the others. But it's better than Amelia Perez, so I'm fully on board. I thought, you know what? A lot of people are saying Fernanda Torres is gonna win Best Actress for this film because, like, it was, nominated for Best Film. Wait, what am I even saying? What am I even saying? No, a lot of people say she's gonna win Best Actress.
Think about the words you're saying and just formulate them in your brain
But
first.
but I disagree, and I don't think it would be deserved. I don't think she's as good as Mikey Madison or Demi Moore. And yeah, I think that should be a dead conversation. No offense. And I didn't even know this was based on a true story until the very end. Like, I didn't know that. It was actually quite interesting. And they do a really good job of making you care about the family. Like, they set it up. They set everything that happens up really well. And I think that's credit to the performances of the supporting cast as well. I thought they were really good. Anyway, yeah, this is the last film, and I have to talk about it. I'm saying that it gets 0 stars.
Whoa, what film is this?
It's Amelia Perez.
Oh God, we have to talk about that. Well, no, you have to
I
talk
have
about
to
it. You
talk
have
about
to
it.
talk about it. Yeah, go
Right,
on.
listen. If I could give 0 stars, it would have 0, not 0.5.
I agree.
I watched it before the controversy, so this isn't me being, affected by whatever Carla Sofia Gascon said,
Yeah,
or whatever the
weirdly,
director said. This is
weirdly,
before I knew about any of that, actually.
Veronica's score went up after the tweets came out. That was
Okay, shut up. But okay, I should actually edit my review because I don't want her name in my review anymore. But I
Yeah,
didn't
big
think her
fan of her
performance was
work.
that bad. I'm not gonna lie, right?
It
Performance
was
wise,
bad.
okay, maybe it's because everyone else was really, really bad,
It was like
and
5
I
out of
just
10.
came out thinking,
4 or
she's
5 out
not
of 10.
that bad. But yeah. Anyway, this was before any controversies outside of the film being bad were public. And I'm just gonna read some parts of my Letterboxd review because these are my immediate thoughts after watching. So I said, this is one of the worst films I've ever seen. What is going on? Why were any of these choices made? Why did you make it a musical when all the songs are shit? I don't understand why this was made. I had very low expectations. I wanted to give it a chance and I was still let down. Completely uninteresting plot. I don't even want to start talking about any sort of social commentary this film thinks it's a part of. Such a mess. everything is complete trash, except, I guess, Zoe Saldana. She unfortunately accepted a shit job, haven't we all? I'm just glad I didn't have to accept a job that involved being a part of Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez and the lawyer should have been gay. I stand by that. That should have happened. I'm never watching anything made by this bald French guy ever again. I should have called him worse than a bald French guy.
God, he's some serious wrong with you. God, Jesus, waffler.
It
It's
was
just
waffle.
shit.
It
It's
is just shit. Like, it's shit, and everything about it is.
There are
Like,
no
I'm sorry,
redeeming
there is
qualities.
no redeeming factor in this film. Like, it's not even. It's like people will want to watch it because of how bad our review is of it. Because they'll think that it's bad in a way where it's funny, or in a way where it's like you go watch it with your friends. Like, no, this is like actually bad. Like no one should watch this film ever. This should be like buried. Like, this should be removed from Netflix, and no physical media copy should ever be released.
They should Power of the Dog it. Just
No, Power of the
absolutely
Dog is on Criterion. Listen,
Okay, they should
respect Power of the Dog. Okay. I don't know what they've done it to, but
they should Power of the Dog it before it went on Criterion.
yeah. This should be like wiped from every media library ever, basically, because it's just so bad. Everything. The film is bad. Everything surrounding the film is bad now as well. I hate that guy, the director. I actually want nothing to do with him ever in my life. I don't even if he's a producer on a film, I don't want to watch that film. I actually might just stop watching French films just because he's French. I'm not doing that. I actually love French films.
That does feel slightly xenophobic. So maybe,
yeah, you
maybe
know what?
it's
I
not.
actually do love French films,
So-
and it's
so
like the
far
second.
you've
It's actually my
accused-
second most watched country. Actually, you know what? I gotta take that back. But
So Coralie Fagier is French.
oh yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay, well
That's why you
so
think
it
before you
cancels
speak.
out. So it cancels out, so I can carry on.
Yeah. Yeah. Good mental gymnastics.
Yeah. So it's 1-1. Anyway, so yeah, that was my review of Emilia Perez. God, it's just shit. You know what? I don't even know why I gave credit to Zoe Saldana, because you know what? If we are looking at this, if like separate the film and the other performances and just look at her, she is rubbish. I'm sorry, but she is actually rubbish. And actually, I don't think any of the songs are good. Even the ones that are maybe a little bit good, they're only a little bit good because
I'll
you're
be
comparing
honest,
them to the absolute shit around it.
You messaged me earlier yesterday saying El Malo was a good song.
Oh, I mean, it is, but now I'm like, actually, fuck that song. Because
Right.
no, it's because it's catchy. I guess it's like blah blah blah. Like, it's catchy, even though it's
Yeah, but
shit.
so's the Crazy Frog song. It's not a good song, is it?
I think the Crazy Frog song's better than Elmo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Ring ding 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 ding. Ring ding ding ba ba. That's a banger.
I still want to have that as my ringtone, but no one let me.
My nan used to have a cushion of the Crazy Frog and really long legs.
I used to play. There was a Mario Kart version that was like Crazy Frog themed on PS2 or PS1. I used to play that a lot.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Anyway, what
Anyway,
else are we talking
moving
about?
on. Well, we're only talking about the bloody FCAs.
Hmm.
Can you talk us through what the FCAs
yeah.
are?
Well, FCA is this podcast.
Yes. Yeah, if you got this far, then you don't know what that is. I'm worried for you.
And we're doing our own awards show because we don't agree with the industry, because we are for the streets.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to nominate
not
Emilia
for the
Perez
streets.
15 times for justice.
Right, listen. We are not for the streets in that way. We are for the streets in terms of we are for the people, because we represent the real people out there who
we represent
watching
the
films
streets.
and actually watch the films and don't get gifted gift baskets from Netflix, okay?
Yeah, looking at you, Mia Khalifa.
What?
She might be gifted something.
I don't think she rated Emilia Perez high. So
No, she doesn't seem like a fan.
right. Anyway, so they're awards. We're doing them. It's actually, well, we haven't 100% decided, but it's most probably going to be a live recording of these
Yes.
awards. It's going to be a live
In the
episode
afternoon at
recording
some point.
that you can join through a link. And you can use the chat, and maybe if anyone is in the chat, we will shout them out if maybe one person
I
joins.
thought you were going to say they can join us and speak. I was like, no, we're not doing that.
That's not happening, because it's going to be scripted.
Not letting the freeloaders come on board. Jesus.
So I guess the only person watching will be like Kat or like my mom.
I will wear a suit and tie. Just out of.
I will not. Anyway, so yeah, we're doing that, and there's 2 publicly voted awards. Have you
it's exciting.
decided your nominations, by the way?
For Star Rising. Maybe
Yeah, the
talk us
first
through the
award is
categories
Star
first.
Rising.
Yeah, talk us through the categories first.
So there's 3 categories that are FCA
That's it. Only
specific.
3. Yeah.
There's 3 that are specific to our award show because this is a very unique concept,
Is
and
it?
no one else has award shows for film. Okay, so the first one is the FCA Star Rising, which is
Not to be confused with the BAFTA Rising Star Award.
exactly. So this will be, we're gonna pick nominations. So me and Jack have both picked 2 people each, and then one that we both agreed on. So there'll be 5 nominations total. It'll go to a public vote, and whoever votes, even if it's just 2 people. Actually, if it's 2 people, it might be a draw. Fuck. Well, then we'll decide. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
so it'll go to a public
Wait,
vote.
if it's a draw, our combined
We'll flip a coin.
nomination
Oh,
wins.
okay, sure.
Who are our nominations, Veronica?
Well, so the FCA Star Rising Award nominations are the first one, which we both agreed on, which is Charlie Fraser, who was in Furiosa and Anyone But You.
This is the Charlie Fraser FCA Star Rising Award.
Well, no. Anyway,
No,
so
well,
then
no,
the next
but
2 nominations are nominations that I've chosen. So the first one is Adria Arjona, who was in Hitman, opposite Glen
woman.
Powell, and Blink Twice, opposite Naomi Aki. So she's had 2 very good supporting performances, but she is rising. No, she is the star rising. Soon, maybe.
Yes.
Anyway, that's my first pick. My second pick is I don't really know if this is cheating because this might
If
be
you
someone
say
who's too
Charlie
well
XTX,
known.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, okay, listen. I don't know if this person is too well known. I feel like they're not, but you might say
we'll
they
have to
are. And
veto it?
if they are, I'll switch them out for someone else because I have a backup nomination. I want to
Okay.
nominate Kaylee Spaney. Is she too well known?
No, she's too. Well, she led Priscilla. Like, come on.
Yeah, she did.
I'm not having that.
Okay, cancel Kaylee Spaney. My backup is Katie O'Brien from. She was in Love Lies Bleeding.
She's in Twisters as well.
And in Twisters, but
I'll give you
the
that.
main role that she was, broke out from is Love Lies Bleeding opposite Kristen Stewart, and I thought she was really good.
Weird film. She was really good. I agree.
So yeah, those are my 2 picks. And what are yours?
My 2 picks are both men because we had to balance it out.
And you knew I was going to pick women.
Nomination. yeah, that was why. My first nomination is Jonathan Langdon, who was in Trap. He played the shop man who befriended
Oh yeah,
Cooper, the serial killer. I think he's really funny. He's got great comedic chops. I think he's going to get quite a few roles going forward. Big fan of Jonathan Langdon. Next up is, you won't know this person, but you would have seen him in 2 things. I'm nominating, I don't think he'll be a great actor one day, but I think he will get some decent roles. I'm going to nominate Spike Fern. Do you know who Spike Fern is?
no,
Spike Fern was in Alien Romulus this year, and he played, the guy that kept trying to kill the robot. He was really mean to the robot all the time.
no,
He got his fingers frozen.
I can't remember.
Basically, yeah,
I'm
he was
gonna
in.
Google
I
him.
can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name. Spike Fern in. He was also in After Sun. He played in After Sun. He was one of the lads that Frankie Corio's character played pool with. I really like Spike Fern. I think he's an okay actor. And he was one of early ones that came to mind. He played Bjorn in Alien Romulus. It's
Can I
that guy.
say something?
God.
I googled Spike Fan, and it just came up with plants.
Oh God. Well, look, the mission is for this podcast to make Spike Fern more popular than Spiky Ferns. If that doesn't start this podcast, I don't know what that. My nominees are Jonathan Langdon and Spike Fern. Veronica's nominees are
Adriana
Katie
Hona and
O'Brien
Katie O'Brien.
and our combined one is Charlie Fraser. These will be publicly accessible to vote on via a Google form that will be put out after
Do you
tomorrow.
think we could get Spike Fern on the podcast?
Yes, I'm going to get him on.
Let's do it.
I'll get Spike Fern on the podcast. And we'll vote for Spike Fern so that he's more popular than Spiky Ferns. What other categories have we got?
Okay, the next publicly voted one is the FCA Personality of the Year, not to be confused with the BBC Personality of the Year, because this isn't sport. This is purely about personality. This has nothing to do with someone's acting ability or letterbox review writing ability in the case of one of the nominees. So we have quite a few nominees. maybe one that I sneaked in last minute, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh God, not this shit again.
No,
I thought
okay,
we had...
stop. Right. The first one is obviously Glenn Powell. Okay, we both love him.
Yes,
He's
of
just
course.
the best. He
Like
was in
Glenn.
Hitman, Twisters, Anyone But You. He's just the most charming
I
guy
keep
ever
getting,
to
I keep,
exist.
I keep getting messages about how often we mention Glenn Powell. Apparently, we do it every single episode.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't
Can someone
surprise
put a
me.
compilation
He's just
together of...
great. He's just great.
He is. He's great. Who's next?
So yeah, next is Nicholas Hoult, obviously,
Well done, Nicholas.
because of your aunt. You know, you have the
Yeah,
connection. There's a
my
personal
aunt went to
connection
school with him.
there.
Yeah.
And he was really good this year. He was in Nosferatu and Juror Number 2, which were both films that we actually liked, and we both agreed
Yeah, and
are
it's
good.
it's gonna be in Superman. Very important role in
Yeah.
Superman. So well done, Nicholas.
So yeah, we love Nicholas. Next is Charlie XCX. I don't
She
know
gets a mention
why.
every episode.
Yeah, we
I
talk
think it.
about her a
Well, I
lot, even
think.
though she's not an actress. But
Can I tell you what gives it more weight? It's actually
her
not that you
letterbox
mention her
profile.
loads. I mean that too, but I think it gives it more weight because I mention her quite a lot. I think that's
Yeah,
more.
we both do.
I'm Brat pilled. What
She's
can
an
I say?
icon. Hmm.
She her
I actually ordered.
her
I've ordered the remix vinyl. So
yeah.
I'm gonna have Brat and the remix vinyl now.
Have I told you I've started a newsletter, just a weekly little roundup of my week and some segments.
Okay.
I did a combined version of Brat, and I've got a playlist on my Apple Music of the Brat Ultimate Edition. So I've worked out what the better
Wow.
version of each song is. So just saying, I'm Brat pilled. What can I say?
Okay. Well, yeah. So we love Charlie, even though she doesn't love us. Next is Harris Dickinson, who was in Baby Girl this year, but previously has been in Triangle of Sadness, Scrapper, some other smaller films. His directorial debut is actually coming out next year, I think, or this year even.
Yeah, and
He's not old, so for a
not to
director, he's quite young.
not to forget, he's been cast as, I believe, John Lennon in. I think it's next year. They're releasing, directed by Sam Mendes. They're releasing 4 films about each of the Beatles.
Oh, he was in the Iron Claw as well.
Um,
I forgot.
Of course, yeah, he was in the Iron Claw. Yeah, he's playing John Lennon. I think Paul Mescal is playing Paul McCartney. Harris Dickinson's playing John Lennon. Barry Keoghan is playing Ringo, and Joseph Quinn is playing George Harrison. So look
Let's
forward
be
to that.
real. Harris Dickinson's the best actor out of all of them. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
no, I
say
agree.
it.
I agree.
It's true.
He's got the best range.
It's true. He does. Oh, did I tell you once? I got off the tube after going to the cinema, as always.
And the dog tried
And
to attack you, and they got lured away with the cookies.
no, I walked past this guy who had a hood up, and like we made eye contact for like a few good seconds, which is weird because you don't make eye contact with people in public in
What were you
London.
walking past him for? Were you going like 2 miles per hour?
No, I don't know, but like
Cruising.
I don't know, but it was really weird, right? And I swear to you, he looked so much like Harris Dickinson that I actually thought I met Harris Dickinson.
Probably was Harris Dickinson.
And then I was thinking, like, does he live in London? I mean, probably. It might have been Harris. And he probably looked at me because he probably thought that I looked at him because I recognized him, but I didn't. I just walked past him. I don't know. It was weird. That might have been Harris Dickinson.
Weronika.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. Not like I've been to Venice Film Festival. Why am I even freaking out about looking at Harris Dickinson for 1 second on the tube? I don't know.
And the good thing is you're already playing it calm as well. So.
No, I was just really confused. Anyway, next nomination for the Personality of the Year is Timothy Chalamet. I think it's more of a you nomination because you absolutely love him. I think he's great, but I don't absolutely love him. So on the things that we're mentioning on his little nomination card are the Nardwuar video, iconic. He supports Sanity. He knows ball.
He said that. He does.
He's been wearing very cool outfits recently. He was wearing this like all pink outfit. I like really liked. He seems like a chill guy. He was in June Part 2 and A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, he did that thing where he showed everyone his really skinny legs on that one video where he pretended to be Soldier Boy. That was good. Well done,
we just like him. He seems like if you had like a watch party for the Champions League final, like he's just a good guy to chill out with.
He would be great.
Like, he'd be there.
A kitchen afters.
Yeah.
He loves football. Yeah. He's a chill. He probably doesn't drink loads, which means he's not going to get like really mental. Yeah, well done, Timmy. This is your most prestigious award nomination of
Yeah.
this award season.
Okay, well, we have 2 left. So the next one is Margaret Qualley, who we both, again, really like. We love,
Well, I
maybe.
think this is you
This is
didn't
more
put
of a
this in
me
the original
nomination.
list. You didn't put it in the original list until I said it.
No, I didn't, because I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know how many nominations we wanted to have,
This
because
is
we do have
this
quite
is
a
like
lot.
it's like your Timmy. Like, I forgot to put Timmy in the list.
Yeah,
Until you
that is
suggested
true.
it.
So obviously, Margaret was robbed of an Oscar nomination for The Substance, where she was, I'd say, co-lead, to be honest. I don't think she was supporting, but like, you can't call her a lead.
You've got to respect the balance, Veronica. You have to respect the
Yeah,
balance.
exactly, 50-50. But yeah, so she was incredible in The Substance. She was also in Kinds of Kindness. She was in Poor Things briefly as well.
Yeah.
She was
They
in
should have
Drive Away
done.
Dolls, which let's not
Oh,
talk about that. But
yeah, let's not talk about that.
she
They should have done
had a job there.
in the substance. They should have made it so that the screen time was 50-50 split between Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley.
Yeah.
That would have been really cool, like a little Easter egg.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we really like Margaret Qualley. Friend of the show, maybe.
Yeah,
Who
she
knows?
doesn't know it, but she is.
And then the last nomination, which is one that I sneaked in last minute, is
This is a
Sydney
disgrace,
Sweeney.
by the way. It's an absolute
Listen.
fucking disgrace.
Listen. She was in Anyone But You, which amazing film, right? She was in Immaculate, which she also produced, and I thought her performance in it, lead role, was really good. And you haven't seen that film, but she was really good in
never
it,
watched that
okay?
film.
And her
Yeah, I'll give her
production
respect
on it
for
was
that.
good.
Well done.
And
Well done, Sydney.
to complete the hat trick of incredible movies, she was also in Madam Web. So, you know.
And also, she's got
great.
she's got big amounts of talent, and that's the important thing.
And personalities.
Yeah.
Bipolar.
Honestly, she's got just so much talent. You can fit it in 2 hands. It's overflowing with talent.
All right, we know. Okay, all right. Anyway, so those are
Well
our
done,
nominees
Sydney
for
Sweeney.
Personality of the Year. So just to recap: Glenn Powell, Nicholas Hoult, Charlie XCX, Harris Dickinson, Timothy Chalamet, Margaret Qualley, and Sydney Sweeney. That's a great house party. If we had friends.
One more category.
So the last FCA category is we haven't decided on a name. Maybe someone could give us a name to categorize these performances, because we've been having a very hard time trying to find the words for these.
To describe, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll name the award after the winner.
Yeah, God, that'd be a great idea. Who came up with that idea before?
That'd be a great idea.
God.
And maybe me and Jack will decide the winner. And maybe, that will then become the name.
I think the public vote for the one we want.
No, I don't think so. This is too important to fuck up. Like, this needs to be in our hands, alright?
Okay, who are the nominees?
Okay.
Actually, say the award first. Yeah, we're not actually saying what the award is.
So, for now, it's called Most Unique Performance of the Year. You can put unique in quotation marks if you want.
Wordy.
But listen, we cannot let the public vote, because what if the cast of Emilia Perez wins, and then we have the cast of Emilia Perez award?
We haven't nominated them, have we?
Yes, we have.
Oh my God! What?
So listen, are the performances unique? Are they unique? They are unique.
No, they're not. They're just
bad.
shit.
But have you seen performances like that?
Yeah, from bad films.
I haven't seen performances that bad in a very long time, so it's quite unique.
This is a disgrace. Read the list. This is a fucking disgrace.
Anyway, then we have Conor McGregor in Roadhouse. That's quite a unique performance. Dakota Johnson in Madam Web.
Bad nomination.
It's unique because she doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, but I don't want to be here, and I'm still here. Okay. I don't get nominated.
We have Salika as Lady Raven in Trap.
She's really good in that film, I thought.
Jack, please. Okay. Anyway, and then we
have...
That
that wasn't a weird one. I actually thought she was quite good in that film.
Okay.
That wasn't a Sydney Sweeney talent one. I thought she was quite good.
You're the first person I've seen say that performance was good. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm trap-pilled, so I can't be trusted.
Yeah, true. Right, our last nominee is Aubrey Plaza as Wild Platinum in Megalopolis.
Yeah,
wow.
Good. I think you could have put all of them.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Platinum. Wow. You could have put Shia LaBeouf in this category as well.
I don't know who that is.
Shia LaBeouf in
Shia LaBeouf. Oh yeah. But listen, I would have put John Voight from Megalopolis as well if I actually could put more than one performance from Megalopolis. All right.
Look at my boner. Great performance.
There are too many good performances. Okay, there are too many unique performances in
Yeah.
Megalopolis. Okay.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
But yeah, this was the pick because just the sentence Aubrey Plaza as well platinum in Megalopolis is just amazing, isn't it? Like, wow. Really,
Yeah.
wow. Like,
Yeah.
there's no other word to
Wow.
describe it. How did they pick
Wow.
such an amazing
And
name?
I
Like,
would say
you really do think, wow. Like, wow.
and I'd say if you were to give it like, like a ranking in terms of like a valuable metal, you'd go, oh, I mean, you go, wow, you go platinum probably, right? You'll go gold, you go
Yeah.
platinum.
Actually, you know what? Let's make our trophies made out of platinum,
No,
not
we're
made out
not
of
paying.
gold. Oh,
Spike Fern gets a trophy and that's it. He's the only one
okay.
because he's the only one that's attainable.
Whoa, that sounds.
Well, I mean, I've got his agent's
mm.
email. I'm looking at his agent's
Really?
email right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. Right. Okay. So let's
I'll get in
listen. We
touch.
love we love Spike Fern.
Well done,
We do.
Spike. We like plants as well.
Yeah. He's not gonna listen to this, even if he comes on. He's
I
not
think he
listening to an
might.
episode.
I think he
Anyway,
might.
no. Okay. Right. Whatever. So the other categories are the ones that we will be doing. That are more normal categories are Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Screenplay. We've mixed original and adapted together because honestly, I can't be bothered to do research and decide
Yeah,
if
I
something
agree.
is adapted or not. So
If
we'll
it's
just
good,
do
it's good.
10 nominees for screenplay and 2
10?
winners.
What? 10?
Yeah, because it's 5 and
Yeah.
5.
What we do? Do we do two winners? No,
We're doing
that's
2
ridiculous.
winners. We are.
No, we
We
don't know.
are.
We're not doing that.
We
That's
are absolutely
ridiculous.
doing that. We are absolutely doing that.
That's
Well,
oh
I'm
god.
doing that. You
This
can do whatever you want. I'm doing 10.
how? What do you mean we don't? We've got to do it together. It's the oh, for
Okay.
fuck's sake, right? We'll do
No, we're
two.
not doing
Whatever.
it together.
Well, we can't do
FCA
two.
Awards 1 and FCA Awards 2.
No. I mean, we got to come to a conclusion. We can't do. We
We're
cannot
doing
do
10.
separate winners. That's fine.
We
We'll
are
do
doing
10 nominees.
separate winners.
No, we're not. That's
I'm not
stupid.
agreeing with you on anything, Jack.
That's stupid.
Okay.
You're bringing the thing into
We'll discuss
disrepute now.
this after.
Let's argue on the podcast.
Anyway, best cinematography, best
I'm
editing,
livid.
best score, sound, and that's
Yeah,
it.
no, by the way, it's not best cinematography, it's the best two cinematography. The best set of two. What are we doing here? Oh, well, the Oscar for Best Actress goes to Mikey Madison and Demi Moore because the nominees, they actually decided that everyone should get a reward. What are we doing here? It's ridiculous. This is the angriest I've been in this podcast, and I was watching Amelia Perez the other day. I wasn't that angry watching that film. What's the
Alright,
point?
I was just joking.
I'm not.
I was just joking.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry, I got really worked up there.
I was just joking. We're not.
Oh.
Don't worry. Don't worry,
I'm
it's
worried.
fine.
Okay, I'm going to simmer down. I'm going to have a sip of water and I'll compose
Well,
myself.
anyway, so that's gonna happen. It's gonna be a live stream, so
Yeah,
that's definitely
doing
gonna
it
go really
live.
well.
Doing it live.
Yeah, that's gonna go really well.
Scene of a meltdown and
We should probably record us debating who should be nominated because that will be content in itself.
should we slide in clips like at the Oscars?
Of what? Us arguing?
Yeah. No, listen here. It didn't fucking deserve it. No, it's actually Maria deserved everything.
No one will say
God.
that.
I will.
Well, anyway, is that the end of the episode or?
Is that all the? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end on
well,
that.
no, actually, okay, no, don't worry. I'll do this bit next episode because this one's been too long. Next one is going to be our Oscar predictions, right?
Yeah. I messaged Veronika saying we could do this in under an hour. We're an hour and a half. I know nothing.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah, literally every single time. Anyway.
I'm not editing this.
No, we're doing it. No, raw and uncut. That's what we always say. Raw and uncut.
Well,
not raw. Just uncut.
Oh.
And that officially takes us to the end of another episode of season 2. Hope you enjoyed. I've got written down etc. just in case. Make sure to go vote in the upcoming FCAs. Hashtag FCAs on Twitter.
Get it trending, guys.
Get it trending.
Get it trending.
Look, if you get it, send it to your parents, send it to your loved ones, send it to your dog, and get them to vote. Bump up the numbers. Let's get, Jonathan Langdon
Spike
to win
Fern
FCS.
to come on the podcast.
We need to get Spike Fern to win this award so he comes on the podcast.
No,
in terms
please.
of important things to plug, follow us on Twitter. It's at FloodlightsPod. Follow me on Letterboxd. It's JHanger46. Veronika is Slowed Panda. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It's Floodlights Camera Action, probably.
We have a video on YouTube.
Do we? Oh yeah, we do.
We haven't mentioned it on the podcast because it's been too long.
Oh yeah. Well, if you've got this far, we've got a video on YouTube of us going through our record collections. It's quite good. Watch that.
It's alright.
It's alright.
If you have nothing to do, watch it. I guess.
If you're eating food and you want something in the background, stick it.
Yeah.
Veronica, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. Thank you for coming back for season 2. You didn't really have a choice. It is a joint podcast.
Yeah.
Can you let the people know how to get in touch with us like Hugh did, although Hugh didn't email us.
Hugh
He
didn't
messaged
email
me on
us.
WhatsApp.
He just messaged you. You can DM us on Twitter, I guess, but we just have an email, floodlightpod@gmail.com. We haven't had an email in a while, except
Wait.
we had some junk emails.
Yeah, about the hairbrushes or something. Have we
And
got any Hayley Welch updates?
no,
Okay.
she's
I
gone.
just wanted to make sure.
Seems like you were really excited then to hear about that.
Yeah, because I thought there might be
I
an
thought you
update.
hated it.
I do hate it. Like, I hate it almost as much as 2 awards. But not quite that much. Yeah,
Wait, I was gonna say something else.
emails or something about hairbrushes.
Oh yeah, emails. Yeah, so we got 2 junk emails, and
Yeah.
one of them was someone asking if we're dead or alive.
I didn't see this one. I only saw the hairbrush
If you
one.
don't check the email,
Yeah, I
there was
never read
someone
emails.
called Jacques Francois
Oh,
who
Jacques
said,
Odiard.
"Oh my god, it's
Oh my
him."
god, it's undercover
It so is.
Odiard.
He thought we wouldn't know. So he says, "Are you dead or alive?" There's been a meeting with the FBI, the IMF, that overcompensates all scam victims
The
in
IMF,
Europe,
aren't they in...
France, and West Africa.
Sorry. So the IMF.
International
The
Monetary Fund, France.
or if you're in Mission Impossible, the International Mission Force. That's what.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Tom Cruise messaging. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh my
Tom Cruise and
god.
Jacques Odiard have messaged us.
So apparently our name was shortlisted under the FBI Scam Victims Rehabilitation Scheme, and we've been approved to receive $2.2 million.
Oh my god. We could pay Spike Fern to come on the podcast.
And then there's something about a woman called Susan Michael. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah,
and
fuck
then
it, Susan.
Another junk email we got was take control of your wealth of crypto today.
Hey,
Start your
Welch, oh
crypto
my
journey
god.
now.
Oh my, is it Hawkcoin?
No, it's. I'm not saying the name anyway.
Pray for the
But
best.
yeah, that's the email update.
That's all you've missed in the world of FCA. We will be back next week, potentially sooner. I don't know, maybe next week. To go through our Oscar predictions.
Be next week.
It will be next week. I don't know if we're recording earlier. I never know these things. Until then, keep watching, keep consuming, and adios.